Need to create a party for this. Okay, there. Sorry that I accidentally forgot to do that. But we're gonna play casuals, maybe a terrorist hunt, and I will be telling a story or two as soon as this game starts. Anyway, no, I'll start now. So, back in, this is a long time ago, I'm in 6th grade now, I think it was started in like 2nd grade, I'm pretty sure. So, I met, this kid in this extra reading class that I went to. It's kind of for fun. I really did like, having the opportunity to have some of my friends in that class. And I just had this during a reading period, like, language arts period. So I was happy to go there because then I didn't have to go and do as much work in my class. Anyway, I met this kid, we'll name him Michael. Okay, because I don't want to give away his real name. Okay, so me and Michael, we became best friends, and the year before I moved in there, and he didn't, the year in 1st grade, I moved in there during Chinese New Year. Anyway, I don't think that's important to the story. So, he kind of was like, well, yeah, we became best friends that year. We would play at recesses, and there's this one kid. He was super annoying. I knew him. Anyway, he had a name. It was Julian, and we all knew him. He was kind of a jerk. He always kind of just said things that were not true about him, and he said that he was like part of military and stuff like that. And we all knew that was not true. He said some really bullcrap stuff. He had a golden PS4. He said he was rich, and he said he wanted to for school. And we all dared him to do it, and he's like, nah, nah, nah. So everyone didn't believe him except for like this one kid, and his name was Sean. I'm gonna say this because he was like a jerk to everyone. And also the other dude. Anyway, they were just kind of trouble together. I knew this kid, he's still a good kid, so I'm gonna protect his name. Let's call him, here, Jace, okay? We're gonna call him Jace. Now, he was doing good in 2nd grade, having all of his work turned in and stuff like that, and caring about his work. But then, crap, that was really a bad round. Anyway, he was like, yeah, he was doing good. So then, Juan left. He said that he was moving back to Mexico. And so we're like, okay, cool. Or it was Mexico or New Mexico. I can't really remember. But, oh, come on. Really, you're gonna switch from Montaigne then into Glass? That's so stupid. Anyway, he moves back. And then I'm having these slight little complications with Sean, because he then started taking up, like, then we go into 3rd grade, we're all, like, I'm friends with these people, and And then me and Cade get in the, not Cade, crap.
Locate the biohazard container.
That was some other kid that I met. Anyway, me and Michael and one of our other friends that he knew very well, we were just were high rolling. We knew everyone. We were really good to everyone, making sure that they didn't feel too bad about themselves. We're really a friend to like a lot of people. So
Insertion in 10 seconds.
anyway, Juan moves back
5 seconds before insertion.
and he's
Proceed to
like,
biohazard
oh yeah,
container
dude, I
location.
never moved there, back to Mexico or New Mexico. He just like, oh, I moved away. And this was in the middle of the school year. We weren't having very much problems, but we were having problems with Sean. Anyway, so he starts talking crap again, and then he gets himself involved with Sean. Now, the reason why he got involved with Sean is because they're both bad kids, and they both lie, and they both trust each other. And so, in that moment, in that rest of the year, I've noticed, oh crap, I noticed that Alex just started not giving a crap. I would know answers. I would offer to give him some of the answers, like to help him, but he's like, oh, I don't care. And he knew the right answers, but he just did not give a crap. He would change the answers right after I say what they were. That was nice. That was a nice kill. Anyway.
Stay behind me. Lobbing a flashbang.
Secure the room. Protect the biocontainer.
Anyway.
Neutralized.
Then he starts involving himself, Alec, with, I know I'm keep switching the names, not say their actual names. Anyway, we start getting in a fight with them, and we're like, okay, cool, we're like evenly matched. We'll just kind of have fights about some stuff. Anyway, we had this one fight. It was near Christmas. Like, I think it was after where it kept snowing. And we had a lot of snow. Anyway, we were all, like, evenly matched for each other. So we're all, like, taking each other on and fighting each other.
Reloading.
Anyway, this dude... Okay, he was hurting my friend, Michael. And so, I tried to get over to him to stop him from hurting him. And he was like twisting his wrist. And I noticed like near when it was ending, how it was only me, Michael, and the other kids that we were, like, 2 other kids that we were fighting. Now, the reason for this, I figured out, is because, oh yeah, just so you know, he moved back, and he said that his name was Julian now. He's changed his name from, like, what it was to Julian. And so he's like, oh yeah, I'd never moved away. I just moved to a different house and went there for like close to a year. So, and then I noticed him and one of our other friends are not there. And apparently this administrator just came through and freaking was like, stop fighting now. Took us to the principal's office and well, counseling, I think. It wasn't the principal's office, it was counseling because we had a counselor. And we noticed Julian and this other kid were sitting there. And I tried to explain because this whole fight was over his freaking Xbox. His golden Xbox. Julian's golden Xbox. Which we all know it was a lie.
Op 4 eliminated. Mission
So, after that, we were like, you know what? I tried to, like, go and clear the whole thing out during this. And my friend's wrist was hurting from that fight, okay? And so I've been trying to tell this person, our counselor, that it was over this thing. And he's like, he freaking says, shut up. This is not about you. And I'm like, actually no, he said that and also said, I'll talk to you in a second. And he never talked to me. He never let me say my part of the story. It was only against Michael and Alec, okay? And
find the biohazard container
so
location.
that was a big ordeal. And so I had problems with Sean. I was still friends with my friend Michael. And so that same exact
Good work.
year,
The biohazard container
like
has been located.
near the end of the school year, we're sitting at lunch, and it's like the 7th day until it's 7 days until school is over. So
5 seconds to
we're just sitting there at lunch. I'm having a school meal,
proceed to the biohazard container and secure.
and I was having these fries. I hated these fries because I would always kind of choke on them, and I'd have to use milk to like wash it down. And you gotta understand, I was pretty darn tough, but for something as emotional as this, it was not easy to just keep my cool about it. Anyway, haha, boys.
Stay close to it! Reloading! Time to move forward.
So anyway, me and my friend noted. Okay, this is kind of important. She's a girl. Okay, so we noticed that the kid Sean. Oh, that was sad. The kid Sean, he was sitting at a lower grade table, which no one is ever supposed to do. And so what happened was.
Changing mag.
She tells me that he's not supposed to be over there. The teachers tell him all the time not to sit over there with this lower kid. I'm like, he's being a bad influence, be super bad. If he turns out like him. So me and her agree to go over there and talk to her. I do get this as a long story, but it does lead up to a lot. Now, I go there, and that I always got sick from Pop-Tarts, and I would have a bad stomach, but I would never feel like I'm gonna throw up. So my mom then said, call me if you ever feel like throwing up, not for like small stuff. So I did do that from then on, and I would never call her because I never felt like throwing up. So my mom knew I had problems with this kid, but she couldn't really do much. She would always roast the mom if she ever saw her for parent-teacher conference because she was messed up.
Find the biohazard
It was
container location.
she was not doing okay, and so anyway, we go over to talk to him. So we're doing that.
Good work. The
And
biohazard
you
container
gotta
has
understand,
been located.
this was the point where roasting was a thing. Okay, like, roasting was good, but everyone that tried to do it in elementary school, they were super terrible at it. Okay? Only sometimes
Insertion
people
in
could
10
pull it
seconds.
off. Now, at this
5
time,
seconds before insertion.
I was trying. I thought of this good roast. It was so bad, though. It was still a work in progress. I'm not gonna say it because I do not feel good about how I said it. It was so bad. Anyway, after he just kind of disagrees with us about everything, I try to roast him. It so fails. This is what I would expect from this other kid, Julian. But no, it happens to be because how did I get hurt there? What in the world? Okay, a teammate behind me killed me. No, he was shooting me. My teammate was shooting me, obviously, because there's no way that he could have shot me. That was so bullcrap. Anyway,
Down to 1 friendly. All
I do
friendlies
this
have
terrible
been
roast. I start walking back. My friend, she is still talking to him. Well, she's like kind of just sitting there. Now, this kid Sean, he runs up behind me, and I'm sitting there. I have a fry in my mouth. I'm talking to my friends. Literally, no one else is in the lunchroom. We're practically gonna miss. We practically missed. We pretty much missed recess, and we were all fine with that because we were just talking to each other, and we're like, yeah, we're just having fun. Then we're talking about like what we were saying. I was talking about what I said to him. All I could hear was my name in a very loud girl voice saying, "Watch out." I'm like trying to eat real quick and turn around. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Sean running. Now, before I could even like try to stop him, he comes up and he starts choking me. The reason why I really don't know at this point in the story. And then after that, I'm like freaking breaking down because of I'm doing this. And I'm like, oh, guys, I'm fine. I'm gonna go outside. And we had this nice janitor, and he's like, you know what? Come on, take your food. Let's go to the office. So, no, I just threw my food away because I was like, I'm done. He walked me to the office. And he calls over the other kid, he takes him to the office, and we're both writing statements. I'm sitting there just trying to wrap my head around this, and
Secure the
I ask
room.
him why did he do it, and
Protect
he's
the
like, I
biohazard
thought it was a
container.
game. And at that moment, I almost lost it. So I called my mom after I talked to the principal about this whole thing, and this is the seventh day until school's out. So he talks to the principal, the next day, I call my mom. She comes and she broke.
10 seconds remaining.
She had this work phone, and she wanted for it to
5 seconds
break
left.
because it was so terrible. So then her business would give her a new one.
Secure.
And she would always hope that would break whenever she accidentally dropped it. And that was, when I called her, she said that she dropped her phone when I called her in that parking lot. And I was like, good for you, Mom. And she's like, oh my gosh, tell me all about it. We got some more food because I was hungry.
Enemy drone is
And
moving into position for scan.
and we get ready to go home. So we go home. The next day I go there and they're all talking about me. I just tell them that what he said and all that happened. And I got told he was suspended for 3 days. So the 3 days he never comes back. The last 3 days we're talking about, maybe he got expelled or something like that. And so we
prevent further access to the biohazard container.
What?
Op 4 has found the biohazard container. Biohazard container securing paused. Take out the hostiles.
So I'm about to shoot this Frost if she gets him in front of my bullets.
Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
Anyway, so we're all so confused why he doesn't come back, and so that year we moved away because we were only renting our home. And I was always so curious of what even just happened. So anyway, the next school I went to, I told all my friends that I made about the experience. And the friend that I had, Michael, he moved away, and we all thought it was so sad because he moved away before the end of the year. We were pretty sure. I don't really remember that well, but I'm pretty sure he moved away before the summer, and so it kind of sucked. But we just thought, well, that's just the way that his mind worked. And that's it for the story. Sorry that was kind of complicated. I'm trying to get into this new storytelling thing, because I thought it'd be fun to tell a story about, like, my school. I will probably be live streaming some stories on Twitch, but if I don't, it will probably just be next week, if I even do have a Twitch account by then. I won't even be using it to tell stories that week, because like I said in one of my a video a few days ago,
Insertion in 10 seconds.
like 2 weeks ago, that I would
5 seconds to
film
go.
it, and we've had confirmation by Rockstar that it would be on the
Biohazard container location.
17th, so that's when I expect to kind of have this whole Twitch account done. Anyway, this is Red Wolf Gamer, and peace. Wait, peace.